space station to complete this 11-day handover between Soyuz crews.
See you soon.
Sergei Ryzhikov, the recently arrived Roscosmos cosmonaut who flew to the station on Soyuz MS-27, along with Johnny Kim and Alexei Zubritsky, will be closing the hatch on the station side of the docking interface between Rassvet and Soyuz, after which the Soyuz hatch will be closed with Petit, Ovchinin, and Wagner inside the returning vehicle, MS-26. And now a view of the hatchway.
We're seeing the video. Thank you.
And a view of Sergei Ryzhikov. Once those two hatches are closed, the three departing crew members, a quick view of Ivan Wagner. Once the three returning crew members are aboard Soyuz with the hatches closed, there'll be a leak check period to make sure that we have an airtight seal at that docking interface. That will be the precursor to the small vestibule between Rassvet and Soyuz being depressurized in advance of the command to begin opening up the hooks holding Soyuz and Rassvet in place. You see Don Petit joining Wagner and Ovchinin, all three in those blue undergarments. And Ryzhikov and Ovchinin saying farewell to one another, and Don Petit and Wagner to follow. Kirill Peskov in the white shirt. If that space appears to be tight, it sure is. There's barely enough room for all the crew members to fit in at any given time. Takuya Onishi of the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, the new station commander, saying farewell to the departing crew members. And Anne McLean. And Nicole Ayers. NASA's Johnny Kim saying farewell to the crew that he and Zabritsky and Ryzhikov just finished a handover with. Kim and his two Roscosmos crewmates launching back on April 8th from Baikonur on the Soyuz MS-27 spacecraft. And with that, the Soyuz MS-26 crew moving into their spacecraft. The International Space Station just flying to the northeast of Manila. Once the three returning crew members have an opportunity to don their Sokol launch and entry suits, they will perform leak checks on those suits and will also depressurize the upper section of the three-section Soyuz vehicle called the orbital module. Ryzhikov is wiping down the circumference of the hatchway to make sure there's no foreign object debris that would impinge on a good leak check to form an airtight seal at that docking interface.
Бурлаки ответите по Москве.
Бурлаки, Moscow.
Сереж, скажи Леше, что...
Сергей,
Хорошо. Спасибо, Сереж. Бурлаки по Москве, как нас слышно.
Бурлаки, Moscow. How copy?
Принято. Есть.
Moscow. Бурлаки.
Слышно хорошо нас?
Alexei Nikolaevich, how do you read me?
Слева.
I have you loud and clear.
And with a final wave from Ryzhikov, the hatch to the Rosviet module now being closed and latched in place.
Equipment to the station. Is that complete? Yes, this is complete.
We'll be standing by for word from the other side of the hatch that the
Ivan,
Soyuz hatch has been closed
the storage locations
to start the process of conducting leak checks at both sides of that docking interface.
It is panel 408 in MRAM 1. It will be there after hatch closure.
Тоннель 408, мимо 1.
408 MRM 1. The CTB with all of the items will be still there, and that will be after hatch closure. Copy.
Дим, работаем.
Dmitry, we are on page 29, item 3.2.
Пункт 3.2.
3.2, copy.
Анна, Костя, можем выключить видео?
Go ahead and speak about one.
Вань, еще раз. То есть БВН, БЛП...
Закрыли КВД.
Это все перенесли на станцию, правильно?
Отвечаю в взгляде.
Go ahead, Sergey, on Space Ground 1.
Transferred to the station.
Yes,
please ask.
Can we start the broadcast, or should we leave it as is?
Waiting
for your hedge closure report. Do you confirm?
Ivan, Please check if S4 and S6
MRM-1,
are illuminated or not.
hatch is closed. Excavate is in electrical control.
Работаем по странице 29.
We are on page
Yes,
29.
Excavate is in electrical control, I confirm. Okay, copy, thank you. You can turn off and remove the camera, and you can, Kyle 153 camera.
S4 is not illuminated, S6 is
Copy.
not illuminated.
Copy.
Good copy. KVD pressure equalization valve is
Copy, talk
closed.
to you later.
We're switching to page 32. Copy, Moscow. This is Bula K1. I'm ready to close the orbital module docking port hatch cover. Yes, your go for manual hatch cover closure. Copy, closing it now.
Once again, if you've just joined us, you're looking there at a view from the station's external cameras
please make sure
of the
that
Soyuz
you are
MS-26
broadcasting
spacecraft
your
attached to the
actions as you
Rosviet
go through
module on the Earth-facing
action
side of the Russian
rest of
segment
station.
of the International Space Station that is currently flying directly over Tokyo. Aboard the descent module, the center section of the three-section Soyuz, are NASA's Don Pettit, Alexei Ovchinin of Roscosmos, and their Roscosmos crewmate Ivan Wagner, having just said farewell to the other members of the station a few moments ago. The hatch on the Rosviet module has now been closed. We're standing by for word that the Soyuz hatch will have been closed. Once the Soyuz hatch is closed, the crew will begin the process of conducting leak checks and will begin to don their Russian Sokol launch and entry suits, performing leak checks on both sides of the docking interface to make sure we have an airtight seal before the vestibule between Rosviet and the Soyuz is depressurized. That will set the stage for the undocking of Soyuz. The physical separation scheduled at 4:57 and 30 seconds p.m. Central Time, 5:57 p.m. Eastern Time.
This is Burlaki 1. BO orbital module docking port hatch is closed. Copy. BO SU hatch closed, and we're now on page